We are in tech. We are in tech. I think Adam got everything fixed. We got everything shoved in there to where we think it's gonna go. Got my license. Got the crew chief here, Mr. Groot, and we're hopefully gonna pass tech. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't.
No, I agree. The cage's already sorted. It's way good. The license is good.
The belts are only a year old.
Yep. Yeah. Since we had to have it passing tech basically for us to do the race, everything's less than a year old, so we're pretty good shape.
I think we're good. We're gonna roll through tech, go back there, get all our ducks in a row, then come up here and get it ready for its first pass.
Doing stuff like that.
He's literally the best dog.
Horn. GapTrain S10. As soon as you're done with them, you go park and you go see June up to the tent.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Good luck, man.
We got through tech, made it through tech. We didn't fail any of the tests or the inspections. So we're legal to race, legal for the road. We're gonna unload all this stuff, get everything ready, and I think drivers meeting's at 3, racing is shortly after to follow, so we're not allowed to go back to our trailers after 3. So we're gonna try to get this thing ready. We gotta set the cow tracks, put our tune-up in it, and then we're ready to race. We second guessed ourselves a little too much and put the radials on just because we know radials are faster, and a slick doesn't work good on a prep track. So I know the track's hot and I know it's greasy, but we just came to the split decision of putting the radials on and seeing how they do. And if we gotta put the slicks on, I want to put the tubes in them anyways. So now we got the slicks off. If the radials just won't work, we'll put the slicks and tubes on and go from there.
Once we got out there, came in a little too heavy. Had to smooth that out a little bit.
Need to loosen that compression up, boys. She's a little bumpy down through there. On the shocks is way too tight. Did you hear it through there? It was literally coming off the ground. It was bad. And it didn't shift out of first. But it stuck. Dude, you gotta loosen the compression on the rear. It was going all the way down the track. When it hit bumps, it was going like this all the way down the track.
She's so stiff out there.
And it didn't shift out of first. That's why I lifted. And then when I pulled it in third gear in the burnout, and and it went back into neutral. That's why when I came out, I was like, rah! Then blew up, and it hooked. The weird thing is it hooked on the starting line and then was bouncing so hard down track because we had compression on the rear shocks full tight. On these mod shocks, if you make those things full tight, they won't move at all. So it's literally going, it was gaining like 15 mile an hour wheel speed going over these bumps. So
While skipping that tire, it was fine.
And it wasn't on a whole lot of boost either. So we loosened up the rear shocks, changing the tune up a little bit. We're gonna leave on more because it was kind of lazy once I did leave, and then that's about it. Come out and with it. We turned up the launch, turned up the boost ramp, turned up the total pounds of boost, basically turned up everything. So they're just prepping the track now, and we're gonna see if it sticks. This is so weird. This just feels weird to be back in a situation where I hope they prep the track good enough for it to stick. This is why I like no prep racing. Always know it's gonna be bad. Here, you don't know. It could go or blow. But we'll send it either way. It only made 8 pounds on the brake, that's why I sat there for so long.
Really?
And it still clipped the tire.
Head gasket's gone. Not very fast. There we go. 570, they said.
So we're done with our last pass here. We only got 2 passes a day, but we're hoping to make a lot more. We would have made 15 if we could have, just because we've never been on a prep track or radial. But it did a lot better than the last pass. It went a 584, I think, something like that. But it clipped the tire as soon as I left the button. I loosened up the compression a little too much, so as soon as the front end started to come up, it actually squatted the rear end instead of still planing the tire. It actually made it squat, came off the tire, tripped the tire. But so it went faster. I don't think a 584 gets us anywhere in the field. I'm sure it's probably 6 cars faster enough at least. But either way, like Adam just said, we could be a lot worse right now, and could have gone a lot worse. I was hoping for better, but that's just part of racing. And 2 passes in, we're doing pretty good. So we're gonna go over to data, change some shock settings around, and then tomorrow's a drive day, so we don't get to do any racing tomorrow. So we'll get everything squared away, figure out what we want to do to try to make it faster. It was only on 19 pounds of boost also. For some reason it didn't make the boost we wanted it to, I don't know why. So we got to figure that out, and then yeah, we're heading to Pueblo, Colorado. So it's 340 miles, probably a 6 or 7 hour trip. We're gonna try to leave early in the morning, get as much driving done as possible, maybe chill out in the middle of the day, and then drive some more at night, so that way we're not driving in the heat of the day.
Chicka, yeah.
Hey, guess what? We're at McDonald's again at 12:30 in the morning. We gotta make sure we get the right diet of McDonald's twice a day.
Adam said, I'm hungry and thirsty. I said, we have drinks. He said, all we have is water.
That's all I've been drinking all day. I need a little caffeine before I go to bed, okay? I can't remember how I turned the light on this thing, so it's killing me here.
Speaker, and it's a ladybug. It's on the speaker.
No, that ain't him, dude. That's a little guy. He's down here hiding under the seat. He's gonna jump on in a second.
He's an amplifying, not boost or bass. Not any bass.
Either.
Can't move. Yeah, I'll take a number 5, medium sized. Not too bad. They didn't have the chicken deluxe that I like to normally get, but
You need homestyle chicken?
home style.
You don't get anything deluxe.